What if I told you that the 49ers could soon be in the market for one of the league's top wide receivers? Speculation is heating up that a certain player, who has proven time and again he can change the course of a game, may be ready to make a move to join our beloved team. The thought of him donning the red and gold is enough to get any fan fired up. Could this be the missing piece we need to reclaim our spot at the top of the NFC? Stick around as we break down the latest developments, and make sure to subscribe and leave a like to stay informed on everything 49ers. Devante Adams, one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the game, could be on the move. And as a die-hard San Francisco 49ers fan, this news has me buzzing with excitement. According to Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, the New York Jets are facing a tough decision regarding Adams' future, especially with his staggering $38.3 million cap hit looming large. It appears that if the Jets decide to part ways with him, Adams might have his eyes set on a return to the West Coast, specifically teams like the 49ers, Rams, or Chargers. Adams grew up in East Palo Alto, just a stone's throw away from Levi's Stadium. The prospect of him donning the red and gold is tantalizing, and it's hard not to dream about what he could bring to the 49ers. At 32, he's not in his prime, but let's be real. He remains a far superior option compared to what we currently have on our roster. He's the type of reliable, game-changing talent the 49ers desperately need, especially considering the uncertainty surrounding Brandon Ayuk's recovery from his devastating knee injuries. And let's not forget about Deebo Samuel. Rumors are swirling that he might be looking for a fresh start away from San Francisco. If those whispers turn into reality and he's traded, the 49ers will need to make a move for a top-tier receiver. Could that be Adams? The 49ers flirted with the idea of acquiring him last offseason, and with the stakes this high, it feels like the stars could finally align. The Rams are certainly in the mix, especially with plans to trade Cooper Kupp. If they land Adams, it could be a major blow to the 49ers' chances in the NFC West. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. The thought of Adams wearing a Rams jersey makes my stomach churn, but at the same time, we have to consider what he could do for our offense. Imagine a scenario where Adams joins the 49ers. He could complement the existing talent on our roster, elevate the play of our quarterbacks, and boost our chances of making a deep playoff run. His ability to create separation and make contested catches would open up opportunities for our offense that we haven't seen in a while. The potential chemistry with our quarterback could be electric, and let's be honest, having a proven veteran like Adams could be the difference maker we need to reclaim our place at the top of the division. But here's the kicker. We'll need to act fast. If Adams hits the free agent market, teams will be lining up to make their pitch. The 49ers have to make a compelling case for him to choose us over the competition. It's not just about the money, it's about the vision for the future. Are we ready to show him that San Francisco is the place to be? As a die-hard fan of the San Francisco 49ers, I've got to say, the buzz surrounding Brock Purdy's potential contract extension is palpable. Dan Graziano from ESPN recently dropped some insights that have me both excited and a bit anxious for what's to come. The talk is that Purdy's new deal could soar past the $55 million mark annually, and honestly, that's a hefty price tag for someone who was just a last-minute draft pick. But is he worth it? That's the million-dollar question. You know, the majority of us fans are rallying behind Purdy, wanting to see him get the recognition he deserves. Yet, there's this nagging worry. Will paying him top-dollar compromise our ability to build a strong team around him? The 49ers believe they've found their franchise quarterback in Purdy, but how far are they willing to go in negotiations? Graziano pointed out that the contract talks will be under a microscope this offseason, and I couldn't agree more. The last pick of the 2022 draft has turned out to be a steal, but can the 49ers leverage that in their favor? Some pundits are even saying that Purdy could command at least as much as Trevor Lawrence's annual salary of $55 million. Let's be real here. Purdy has led us to not just one, but 2 conference title games and a Super Bowl in his first 3 seasons. What has Lawrence accomplished in that same time frame? I'd argue that's a strong case for a big payday. Plus, Purdy's QBR of 70.1 ranks him 4th in the league over the last 3 years, trailing only behind the likes of Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. This kid has exceeded all expectations, but Graziano also reminded us that the 49ers hold most of the cards. They could franchise tag Purdy in 2026 and 2027 if negotiations hit a snag. He's currently set to make around $5.2 million in 2025, which may just make him hungry for a deal that mirrors those lofty numbers being thrown around. The pressure, my friends, is on both sides, and it's a delicate dance that could dictate the future of our franchise. Now, imagine if the team can lock down Purdy for a more team-friendly deal. That could open up doors to snagging elite talents like Myles Garrett from the Browns, who's itching for a trade to a contender. That's the kind of move that could elevate our squad and make us serious Super Bowl contenders again. But here's the kicker. The 49ers cannot afford to let these negotiations drag on. We need everything settled before the offseason kicks into full gear. The last thing we want is for our star quarterback to be left hanging while decisions are being made. While the 49ers have historically taken their time with contract talks, they've shown they're willing to pay top dollar for key players like Bosa and Ayuk. If Purdy wants to align his contract with his peers, we could very well see a deal that exceeds Lawrence's $55 million average. That would be a bold statement, but it could also reshape the landscape of our team's future. So, here we are, on the brink of a significant decision that could influence how we build our roster moving forward. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, securing Purdy could solidify our offense for years to come, but on the other, it could limit our flexibility in attracting other top-tier talent. It's a classic case of balancing the present with the future. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you in favor of the 49ers investing heavily in Purdy? Or do you think they should take a more cautious approach? This conversation is vital for us as fans because it shapes the trajectory of our beloved team. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all things 49ers. And make sure to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see how this unfolds. Let's keep the discussion going.